This is the Hayward TigerShark QC robotic pool cleaner. When I first saw it, what stood out was its solid, boxy shape and those rugged tire-like treads along the side. It looks like a small machine built for work, not just for show. It's about 20 inches long and pretty sturdy at over 20 pounds, but even if it's on the heavier side, it still fits easily in a corner of my pool shed. Let me share my experience. When I first started looking into robotic pool cleaners, I honestly wasn't sure if they were worth it. I always thought cleaning the pool was just one of those chores you had to accept as a pool owner. Dragging out hoses, hooking up pumps, dealing with tangled lines, the whole deal. I wasn't clear on stuff like how the robot would handle corners, steps, or the deep end. And I'll admit, I was a little worried about spending money on something that wouldn't do much more than my manual vacuum. Setting this up, though, was way easier than I expected. The TigerShark QC comes almost ready to go right out of the box. It's self-contained, which, in simple terms, means you don't have to connect it to your pool filter or mess around with extra hoses. There's a power supply unit that you plug into a regular outlet, and the 55-foot power cord gives plenty of reach for a big in-ground pool like mine. I just hit the touch control button, set the cleaner in the water, and it goes to work by itself. Key features? For me, the quick clean cycle is a standout. The TigerShark QC has two main cleaning options: quick clean, which is done in about 90 minutes, and a regular 4-hour cycle. I use the quick option when I know the pool just needs a refresh, like after a storm or if we've had friends over and there's extra dirt tracked in. When I want a really thorough clean, especially after a few busy weekends, I go for the longer cycle. The robot moves around by itself, climbing up the walls, scrubbing the waterline, and reaching into awkward corners. I have a few coves and curved edges in my pool, and it actually gets into those pretty well. The suction power surprised me. There's an onboard pump powered by a 24-volt motor, which is both strong and not too heavy on electricity. That means it doesn't just push stuff around, it actually picks up leaves, sand, and even fine debris. In terms of energy cost, I've noticed my electric bill hasn't gone up with regular use, which for a pool accessory is a big plus. From my experience, I'd recommend this for anyone who wants pool cleaning to be as close to hands-off as possible. The TigerShark QC does not need you to keep an eye on it while it runs, and it even shuts off automatically when it's done. The filter system is very simple. There's a cartridge inside the robot, which you just pull out, spray down with a hose, and pop right back in. No complicated steps or messy bags to deal with. For someone who's not mechanically inclined, this is a real advantage. I did have a few questions at the start, especially about the weight and whether it would actually climb the steep pool walls. Honestly, lifting it out of the water is a little tricky because it's over 20 pounds. And when it's full of water, it feels heavier. Sometimes I let it drain off a bit before lifting it completely out. Some users mention that the power cord can tangle if you're not careful, and I found that's true if the robot doesn't get regular untwisting, but it hasn't been a big issue for me. I tried using the TigerShark on different pool surfaces since my in-ground pool has a mix of tile and vinyl sections. It seemed to handle both with no problem, even the smooth tiles. I notice it settles well at the bottom and doesn't flip or get stuck on drains very often. There was just one time when it sat for a minute over the main drain, but it eventually moved on its own. As for performance, after each cycle, the difference in the water's clarity and the sparkle at the bottom of the pool is obvious. The cleaner picks up not just the easy-to-see leaves and debris, but also smaller dust and sand that usually escapes regular vacuums. The pool always feels ready to swim in, and I spend way less time skimming or manually vacuuming. Maintenance is pretty straightforward. I rinse the cartridge filter after every use, just with the garden hose, and that keeps the suction strong and the machine working right. I store it in a cool, dry place when not in use, according to the care instructions. I've been using it regularly, and it still runs smoothly. The only time-consuming part is lifting it out and giving the filter a rinse, but it's nothing compared to doing the whole pool by hand. It's also good to know maintenance doesn't involve any fancy tools. Just keep it clean, check the cord for any knots, and put it away dry. I haven't had any real trouble with reliability so far, but if something does go wrong, there's a manufacturer's warranty. In my opinion, the TigerShark QC is perfect for pool owners like me who want less hassle and more reliable results. If you have a pool up to 20 by 40 feet and want something that can handle occasional storms, lots of swimmers, or just everyday leaves and dust, this unit delivers solid, consistent cleaning. I'd also add a quick tip for new users. Make sure to remove large objects like pool toys and check for anything that could jam the brushes before you start the cycle. It helps prevent interruptions and keeps the cleaner moving smoothly. I did have some initial worries about investing in a robotic cleaner, especially since they aren't cheap and there are many choices out there. But I'd recommend this over manual vacuums or suction side units if you value your time and want something that gets the job done without too much babysitting. The controls are simple to use, and the design is sturdy enough to last many pool seasons. In conclusion, the Hayward TigerShark QC robotic pool cleaner with quick clean has made pool upkeep feel like less of a hassle. It delivers quick, reliable cleaning and keeps my pool looking sharp, so I can spend more time actually enjoying the water with family and friends, and less time worrying about debris or water clarity. You can find detailed information about the Hayward TigerShark QC robotic pool cleaner in the comments section. See you in the next video.